And good morning, Sun and Fun. Tell you what, folks, it's been a great week so far, but take a look around us. Mother Nature's been very kind. We're having a heck of a day here at Sun and Fun's Aerospace Expo 2023. It's been beautiful up to now, and any moment now you may be hearing a little bit of roaring and jet noise and so forth, because the Blue Angels are due to arrive here this morning, and I think Fat Albert's supposed to be here any minute. So we may have to take a moment to enjoy the pure sweet sounds of aviation freedom. We'll see. At any rate, for the moment, we're looking forward to what appears to be a jam-packed day. We wanted to say, first of all, thanks to today's primary sponsors, King Schools, who has a special, and by the way, little bit of an auspicious timing on this one, but they've got a code for ANN23, get it, for 23% off for your courses through April 6th. Buy often, buy more. At any rate, we'll be looking forward to spending some time with the King Schools folks here in a moment, but let's talk a little bit about the weather forecast. Today, sunny, high of 84, winds east-northeast at 10 to 15. Tonight, clear skies again, low of 62, east at 10 to 15 throughout the evening, and we're looking forward to an even better day tomorrow. We shall see. In the meantime, we got a bunch of folks that are stuck up in the panhandle of Florida, and we're hoping that a couple of folks, including the first Carbon Cub UL, managed to get their way through the bit of scud that's still up there. So with luck, they'll be down here fairly soon. During this week, we had the phenomenal responsibility and pleasure of presenting the first major innovation preview at Sun and Fun. This was 25 companies presenting the most innovative, exciting new products, planes, programs, you name it. One of those was an interesting product by the name of Delta Zulu. This is the Lightspeed folks. We got a little piece we wanted to show you, but you want to see an interesting piece of innovation where you take the headset modality and turn it into something else by adding a safety feature like carbon monoxide protection. Pretty cool stuff. Take it away, Nathan.
Hi, Teresa here from Lightspeed Aviation, and we are at Sun and Fun 2023, and super excited to be here. This is many people who watch your channel, I'm sure are aware that Lightspeed introduced a new headset called Delta Zulu last fall, and this is really the first opportunity to have it at a show and to get it in the hands of a lot of customers who want to try it on and try the life-saving and life-changing features. And so the thing that's really special about Delta Zulu is it's more than just the next headset. It certainly is a great headset. It's the best headset Lightspeed has ever made, but it is really the beginning of a new platform that we call safety wearables. And so I mentioned life-saving and life-changing technologies. It really has that built in. And so in addition to having great comfort and active noise reduction, beautiful sound quality, beautiful build quality, everything that you'd expect in a premium A&R headset, it also has carbon monoxide detection built right into it, and it has something that we call hearing eQity, which is basically a hearing aid type technology that's built into the headset. So for people who may have a little bit or even moderate amounts of hearing loss, the hearing eQity feature enables people to take a hearing test in the app that comes with the headset, the free download app, and upload their hearing results into the headset, and from that point forward, everything that the headset delivers is tailored to that individual's hearing acuity. So those are kind of the two marquee features, and again, we say life-saving and life-changing because certainly carbon monoxide is one of those things that is a danger in the cockpit, and life-changing because we already have pilots who have told us that they either uncovered hearing loss that they didn't realize they had and how much of a difference the Delta Zulu makes in their ability to hear ATC, or they feel like it's going to prolong the amount of time and the number of years that they may be able to add to their flying life because they're able to now hear where they were starting to maybe lose that a little bit.
And we're back. I got to tell you, putting together programs like the Sun and Fun Digital Daily, Airborne, our Morning Brief, and all the other programming, including the Innovation Preview this week, comes about with a cost, and that cost is paid for by some amazing folks who have helped us along the way. So let's take a moment for a little bit of crass commercial messaging and let our sponsors show you the best of what they've got to offer. We look forward to working with them in the future, and more important than anything else, allowing us to do amazing things for you all. Take it away, Nathan.
The Aero-News Network Sun and Fun Digital Daily Morning Brief, live from Lakeland, Florida, is brought to you in part by the following sponsors.
We're really looking forward to seeing you live and in person at Sun and Fun in Florida.
Now, if you can't join us in Florida, we have some great deals for you that you can take advantage of right from your home.
You can take 23% off any King Schools course from right now through April 6th. Just go to our website, kingschools.com, and use the code word FLY.
The Compair 6.2 is a new experimental aircraft that is produced by Compair Aviation. Compair Aviation has been producing floats and aircraft kits since 1993 and has sold over 400 airframes. The Compair 6.2 is an ideal aircraft for those who need a versatile plane that can transport family or cargo with ease. We have a Compair 6.2 on display at our booth, MD7-B, so stop by and take a look for yourself.
Unbridled passion, unequaled performance, unlimited possibilities.
Hartzell Aviation, you are cleared for takeoff.
Introducing Hartzell Aviation, leading general aviation companies united by the Hartzell guiding principle of built on honor, a commitment to uphold the highest standards in quality, performance, and support. Hartzell Propeller, Hartzell Engine Tech, Hartzell Aerospace Welding. We are Hartzell Aviation.
Now boarding at hartzellaviation.com.
Vantage is Avidyne's family of all-new flight display systems for retrofit and forward-fit applications. Initial certification will be Vantage 12, retrofit glass for legacy Cirrus aircraft. Vantage 12 brings advanced capabilities and adds new life to Cirrus aircraft, including large 12-inch diagonal hybrid touchscreen displays, 3D synthetic vision, and split-screen capabilities. Additional Vantage programs will be announced in the future.
And we're back. And you folks haven't learned a thing. You're still there. So, hey, we're going to stick with you. Let's have a little bit of fun here. Well, some serious stuff as well, because the future of aviation, in no uncertain terms, is highly dependent on the quality of instruction. How the future is built is every flight instructor up and down the FBOs, the flight schools, the lines, whatever you want to call them at this point. And a good part of that cadre of flight instruction out there has been taught in no uncertain terms by King Schools. I'm pleased to welcome Barry Knudala, who is the CEO and leading the future of King Schools. Barry, let's talk about flight instruction.
All right, thanks so much, Jim. You know, King Schools has always had a very close relationship with the flight instructor community. It's who we feel kinship with. We're obviously all instructors ourselves and love the community. And we know that flight instructors are using King courses with their students, and we'd like to do much more for them in terms of providing support for their instruction and their use of King courses. So we've announcing today at our press conference at King Schools, and you're getting a nice preview of that, is our flight instructor program. So this is brand new for King Schools, and it's open to the more than 100,000 flight instructors that are out there working every day to move their students through their curriculum and get them to their aviation goals. And what we're doing in our flight instructor program, it's join for free, and any flight instructor that joins has immediate access to King School courses from private all the way through CFI, so that they can have access to the same courses that they're recommending to their students and make sure that they can review or sit down with their student, watch videos together, whatever they need to do in order to help move them along. But more than that, it's important that flight instructors not only know how their students are doing in the cockpit, but how they're doing at home in their home study with their King products. So we've also added the ability for them to link up to their student's account and be able to take a look at their progress assign them particular lessons, and then be able to track their progress through those lessons. And over time, we're going to do more and more in that area in terms of providing reporting and very detailed reporting so that the flight instructors know what areas their students are having trouble with the knowledge, and be able to sit down and work with them on that. So that's our biggest bit of news that we're announcing today. We're doing more than that in terms of also providing the ability for flight instructors to help recruit new students. And we have a new product called Your First Flying Lesson. And that's a bird's eye view for somebody who's thinking about learning to fly to what their first lesson might be like. And a lot of people want to learn to fly, but they have this little nagging question in their mind, right? Can I really do it? And is it going to be fun? Is it going to be too much work? So this course takes them on a first flying lesson from San Diego, California to the airport in the sky on Catalina Island, and teaches them a lot of lessons along the way, and shows them exactly, puts them in the left seat. And I'm the video instructor in the right seat, and we walk them through, how the controls work, the basics of the 4 fundamentals, essentially your first flying lesson, but in a very beautiful context. And hopefully it gives them that confidence that, hey, I can do this. And not only can I do this, but it's a lot of fun. So we're giving that also away for free to anybody that wants to take a look at what their first flying lesson might be like.
So outstanding, and using Catalina as a backdrop, that's kind of the bucket list flight for every private pilot out there. Got to go do Catalina because, one, there's a sense of challenge to it, even though not as bad as you might think, and then more important than anything else, the scenery is gorgeous.
It is. It's absolutely gorgeous. And another thing that we're announcing is that John and Martha have just released their second book, and that book is a compilation of articles that they've written, almost all having to do with some aspect or another of aviation safety over the years for Flying Magazine in their column Sky Kings. And the book is appropriately called Sky Kings, and we're working together with Flying Magazine on the release of that book. And so it's just this great compilation of John and Martha's experience through the years reflected in their writing, and so many just great safety tips in that book. So we're announcing that it's available on Amazon, and follows up on their book called Lift, which is a guide for an entrepreneur that's trying to start, run, or grow their own business. And of course, flight instructors, that's what many do, independent flight instructors and flight school owners. So it's a great book because the examples are all drawn from aviation and John and Martha's experience in building King schools over 40 years now, 47 years. So it's a lot of wisdom rolled into that book. So those are some of our announcements.
Outstanding. And as I understand it, you've got some company.
An entrepreneur in the process of not only giving back to hospitals within Nigeria, career. Wonderful winner. There'll be a press release with a lot of details, but you can also find details on the King Schools website in our scholarship section.
Outstanding. Well, we look forward to spending some more time with you all this afternoon at 2 o'clock. I know it's on the forum list today, but more important, I did meet her during the innovation preview. Lovely lady, beautiful little one. And I'll tell you what, you picked some real interesting people over the years. I've always enjoyed meeting your scholarship winners each year, and some nice people and some great choices.
It's a wonderful thing to give away scholarships. One of the things that I think when we started the program that we didn't completely realize is that the scholarships give us the opportunity to create relationships with people that are going to be movers and shakers in the aviation industry over time. They're just wonderful people to get to know and to create as friends, really, of King Schools that we stay in touch with over the years. And it's a wonderful aspect to the scholarship program just to get to know such great people that are making a difference in aviation.
Last question for you this morning. You're the one leading King Schools into the future. John and Martha have done it for no other word applies but a legacy. How do you feel about all that right now?
I feel wonderful about it. Really, it was the best decision I made in my life 20 years ago when I went to work for King Schools. It wasn't an easy decision because it was a change in industry for me. A passionate pilot, but I was heavily into the tech industry and software development, and it was a tough decision to decide to go to work for King Schools. But I had an inkling. And my inkling told me that John and Martha were wonderful, wonderful people, flight instructors, and could be mentors for me over time. I have been just that, mentors both in business and in flying as I've gone through and advanced my flying career up to flying with them in the Falcon 10 around the country and so on. They've helped me in many, many ways, and I'm thrilled to carry on their legacy. I completely, well, the one thing that's wonderful, we have board meetings every week, and we realize how much in alignment we are. And John and Martha are still very involved in the business. We meet weekly. We talk about what's going on in the business, strategy, ideas, and we have tremendous alignment. So I'm thrilled to carry on the company that they've started into the next who knows how long. I expect King Schools to be around long after I'm gone. So part of my job is to find the next person, of course, and that's part of all of our jobs is we think about things in the long term. But I'm happy to take the company, keep it moving forward, continue our leadership in aviation, and especially I'm enjoying addressing the needs of flight instructors. I'm a flight instructor. I have a very strong kinship with that community, and I want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to support that community.
Outstanding. Barry, we thank you so much for joining us on the Morning Brief and for all the help that you've given Airborne and ANN over the years, and we look forward to working with you far into the future.
Well, you're doing wonderful things for getting the news out, and we appreciate that very much and are happy to be supporters. Thank you, Jim.
Appreciate it. And besides, we've got to do this. None of us wants to go out and get a real job. All righty, folks. Tell you what, we've got a fun feature coming up here. Looking around here, you see a wide selection of light sport and sport aviation generated aircraft. Right now we've got the Montair MC-01 around the corner here. We took a look at it the other day. It's kind of a classic, almost cardinalish look to it, but the best part is it's got a classic look, but all the proper refinements you want for the 21st century. Let's take a look at the Montair MC-01. Take it away,
I'm
Nathan.
Alex with Aero-Affinity. We have the Montair MC-01 over here. This is a Brazilian-made, high-wing, super sleek, comfortable, and fast airplane. It's got a 4130 chrome moly steel subcage underneath the aluminum, and then an aluminum riveted sheet metal exterior. That lends itself to being extremely strong. And of course, you can put it outside, no fabric, real nice longevity. Beautiful paint job. You have different schemes that are available. This one is powered by the 915 IS, which is a fuel-injected, obviously turboed engine, which gives it the ability to go high in altitude. You have a 4-blade Duke prop on this one, which also gives it a really good cruise capacity and climb. And then inside we have a full outfitted leather interior. The finishing on this is amazing. It's really par under the rest that are out here. Comfort-wise, the seats are fully reclinable and adjustable. You have a huge cargo carrying capacity. That's one thing I love about this. The whole back area, it's hard to see from this angle, is extremely large. And if it fits, it ships kind of capacity, so it can actually carry the weight as well. Obviously, you have wheel pans, fairings, everything else to give it the speed, and it's just got a really nice, sleek, and aesthetic look on the outside as well. We would love to fly you. I mean, like I said, the plane sells itself, so that's the first key to get you in it because you'll love it after that. We have our facilities at DeLand, Florida, which is 20 minutes inland of Daytona Beach and just north of Orlando, so you can bring the family down for Disney, and we'll fly you right out of that aircraft, or right there out of that airport. We also have 3 locally here at the show, so if there's somebody who's serious, we can definitely try to take them up here. But other than that, just contact us through Aero-Affinity.com and we can set you up with a demo.
And we're back. I'll tell you what, it's always nice reaching out to folks from throughout the industry, seeing what they're doing and so forth, but few folks have had the kind of impact on aviation that King Schools have. And watching John and Martha for decade upon decade, started out with videotape and went to CD disc and this, that, and the other, and then all digital and so forth and so on. While running a similar growth path ourselves, it was interesting to watch them and learning from them as they went forward in a lot of different ways, not just as a flight instructor. Okay, today is a big day. The Blue Angels are coming. The Blue Angels are coming. The Blue Angels are coming. And I think Fat Albert landed a few moments ago. The air show today is 1:30 to 5:30 p.m. It is heavily oriented to the Blue Angels. Jets 1 through 4 will circle around on arrival. 5 and 6, these are all, by the way, the Super Hornets. They made the big transition a couple of years ago, and they couldn't be happier. They got themselves some brand spanking new big jets, and boy, they seem to be having some fun with it. There, of course, will be a jump with SOCOM and over the national anthem. They've got the United States Air Force. Yay! I had to get props in for my boys there. Shouldn't say boys anymore, should I? But at any rate, the U.S. Air Force F-35A demo team will be here. And as I recall, Bayo is leading that this year. So this is going to be an interesting scenario for us to watch. Then we've got the Blue Angels in their practice demo. It's not the full show. That comes Friday and Saturday. But we're looking forward to seeing what they do today. Watching the Blue Angels practice is kind of like watching anybody at their very best. So that's going to be fun in and of itself. So we're looking forward to that, and down the line they will have a full performance Friday and Saturday, and they will definitely be making some noise. And we're looking forward to that in a big way. Let's talk about a couple of things that are happening here today around the field in case you're looking for something to do. And by the way, notice I am using the old style teleprompter here. But we've got How to Build a Piton Pole Forum held today in CFAA 09 at 1100. It's being conducted by Ben Charvet, who has over 500 hours in his Piton pole. At 1300, Sandrine Grissard is conducting a forum called The Pilot Shortage. Women are 50% of the solution in CFAA 03. And then finally, of course, we talked about it a little while ago, John and Martha King, along with Barry Canoodla, will be holding a press conference at 1400 Eastern at the Skylab facility. Don't miss this one. There's a lot of stuff going on. You heard a lot of advanced work here, but now you can get all the details, more than we could give you in 7 or 8 minutes. And I think you'll enjoy that in a big way. We really appreciate you joining us. We will be here tomorrow at 0900 and Saturday at 0900. The morning brief has been a fun, if eclectic, little collection of stories and interests and things that we think you should know about. Of course, Airborne will be up this afternoon. Holland is already working on the script on that one. She's done a spectacular job all week long. I have to tell you, Holland Lee has just done an extraordinary job for us. She's been with us now a little bit over a year, and we couldn't be more pleased with the work she's done for Airborne. Morning brief and all the video productions, everything we do video is under the direction of Nathan Cremasino. Any buyers behind the camera here, this time not giving me any silly looks or anything, which is kind of a bummer because it's always kind of fun. And we've got a crew of about a dozen people here just going nuts, doing stories, taking pictures, shooting video. They're over right now waiting for the Blue Angels to show up. They're doing an extraordinary job of bringing you the richness, the excitement, the coolness that is the Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo for 2023. And I'd be remiss if I didn't once again suck up to the Kings on this one, or suck up each day to our primary sponsor. King Schools has a special deal. If you call them and you try to order anything and tell them use code ANN23, get it? You get 23% off whatever you buy, so buy more, buy often. And I can certainly recommend everything they do. I've used them over the years, and as I'm getting ready to revalidate my CFI, guess where I'm going to study up. In the meantime, we thank you so much for being a part of the morning brief. Keep an eye out for Airborne this afternoon. And if you missed the innovation preview, go to airborne-live.net. and everything is now in archive. You can watch the whole thing, stop it, start it, go back to the beginning, whatever you want to do, and see 25 true innovators excite and empower aviation for the future. For the Aero-News Network, for Airborne, for Morning Brief, for Innovation Preview and the Sport Plane Resource Guide and all that nonsense, I'm Jim Campbell, and we will see you tomorrow. Good afternoon, Sun and Fun eventually. Bye.
The Aero-News Network Sun and Fun Digital Daily Morning Brief, live from Lakeland, Florida, is brought to you in part by the following sponsors.
It's toxic to fly hypoxic. Smart pilots want their oxygen close at hand, so they're never impaired. That's why Aerox is proud to introduce the Boomula, the first headset-mounted oxygen-conserving cannula designed to make hypoxia impairment obsolete. The Boomula easily attaches to any headset and can be used with almost any portable or installed oxygen system. Find the Boomula at leading Aerox distributors or at aerox.com.
Unbridled passion, unequaled performance, unlimited possibilities.
Hartzell Aviation, you are cleared for takeoff.
Introducing Hartzell Aviation, leading general aviation companies united by the Hartzell guiding principle of built on honor, a commitment to uphold the highest standards in quality, performance, and support. Hartzell Propeller, Hartzell Engine Tech, Hartzell Aerospace Welding. We are Hartzell Aviation.
Now boarding at hartzellaviation.com.
We're really looking forward to seeing you live and in person at Sun and Fun in Florida.
Now, if you can't join us in Florida, we have some great deals for you that you can take advantage of right from your home.
You can take 23% off any King Schools course from right now through April 6th. Just go to our website, kingschools.com, and use the code word FLY.
The Compair 6.2 is a new experimental aircraft that is produced by Compair Aviation. Compair Aviation has been producing floats and aircraft kits since 1993 and has sold over 400 airframes. The Compair 6.2 is an ideal aircraft for those who need a versatile plane that can transport family or cargo with ease. We have a Compair 6.2 on display at our booth, MD7-B, so stop by and take a look for yourself.
Vantage is Avidyne's family of all new flight display systems for retrofit and forward fit applications. Initial certification will be Vantage 12, retrofit glass for legacy Cirrus aircraft. Vantage 12 brings advanced capabilities and adds new life to Cirrus aircraft, including large 12-inch diagonal hybrid touchscreen displays, 3D synthetic vision, and split screen capabilities. Additional Vantage programs will be announced in the future.
Calculating carbon monoxide.